Oh, I'm muted. Oh, I was muted. All right, so apparently I was muted, so I'm going to start over. Hey guys, welcome back to Cook Like Sasha. Today we will be cooking what is considered the world's most poisonous fruit, which is the ackee, and it happens to be the national fruit of my country, Jamaica. So the ackee is normally had with saltfish. So the national dish of Jamaica is ackee and saltfish, which is another type of dried salted fish. But tonight I will be using red herring, which is another fish that has been smoked, dried, and salted. Guys, the flavor is amazing. And I actually prefer red herring with ackee over saltfish. I love ackee and saltfish as well, but I just feel like the red herring just tastes nicer, and I just love it. I love everything about it. I love it so much. I used to just buy it and eat it raw, just like that. So I'm going to show you how to make ackee and red herring in the most delicious way, and we're going to have it with some boiled green banana. Yes. So firstly, let me just show you guys how to prepare the ackee. So I have some of it cleaned already, and I have some more to do. So I'm going to show you guys how to get your ackee ready for the pot. I have my water heating up because we will be boiling the ackee before we start cooking it further. All right, so let's put that aside. All right, guys, so this is what the ackee looks like. So before the ackee is ready to eat, the pod is going to be closed, so you won't be able to see the seeds. And what makes the ackee poisonous is the hypoglycemia. Yes, hypoglycemia. So it has that very poisonous toxin that is locked up in the pods. But once it's ripe and the pods are open, you're good to go. It's not going to cause any harm or anything. So all you have to do is just remove it from the pod. It's so simple and easy. And then you twist off the seed. Twist off the seed. And most ackee come with a small ackee like this, with a small seed. I don't know why, but it just comes that way. And you just pick it out and you're pretty much ready to go. So once it's clear on the inside and there's none of the pink membrane left, this pink membrane, you're good to go. You just don't want this inside the ackee. So once it's clean, you just put it in with the rest of the pile. And this is considered clean. Like, this is how you clean the ackee and prepare it for cooking. All right, so here we go again. And we have riddles about the ackee. So they would say something like, riddle me this, riddle me that. What has I'm a big house with 3 black doors, something like that. Or I have 3 sisters and them head top black, something like so. Some Jamaican funny riddle, and it would be the ackee would be the answer. So again, you just open up the pod and remove the ackee. And then you take off the seed. So fun fact about the ackee. The ackee is a part of the soapberry family, which is the same family that lychee belongs to. So the ackee is actually, hi Shanzi. The ackee is actually related to lychee, rambutan, longan. So believe it or not, This is the lychee cousin right here. Same family, soapberry family. Um, it also has what you call saponins, and as a result of that, the pod of the ackee, it can be used as soap. So back in the day, people actually used to use the ackee to bathe and wash clothes because it is very soapy. So if you should break the pod, soak it in some water and just rub it together, you'll get a lot of soap suds from it. And it's used as medicine. So that soap, the soap from the ackee is used to cure different skin infections. So it's very useful, and at the same time it's delicious. So as you can see, I just remove the seeds and then clear out the pink thing on the inside, and it's good to go. So I'll just continue doing this while the water is heating up on the stove. Maybe one of these days I can make a ackee soap. We already have ackee soaps on the market in Jamaica, but I've never tried making soap for myself, so maybe it can be my little project. Alright, so I'm just going to continue cleaning up these ackees. You can also use a knife to make it easier, but I don't like using a knife because when you use a knife, I just think it wastes the ackee. Like all of this, I just think it's wasting the ackee. But if you like to use the knife, you can go ahead. Kind of make things easier, but I think it kind of create waste. What I use a knife to do is to sometimes get out the middle piece, but not all the time it's necessary to use a knife. Alright, so sometimes when you remove the middle piece, you'll have this tiny black thing remaining. It's just a part of the membrane in the middle. You want to cut that out as well because sometimes it can be a little bit tough. So I don't like to see anything on my ackee, so I'm just going to go through and just pick out all of the membrane. Alright, so when you're buying ackee, I don't know if you're from the Caribbean or Jamaica, or I don't know where you're from, but if you live in a country where they eat ackee, like buying ackee is always just one of those things that I just kind of don't like buying ackee because one, sometimes if you're not careful, you have to look at what you're doing when you're buying the ackee, because when you tell them like a dozen ackee or you want 2 dozen ackee, if you're not counting with them, they'll try to maybe don't give you the amount that you order. But most people will give you what you order and then they'll give you like maybe 3 more on it as brata or extra. Sometimes you also have to know who you're buying the ackee from, because you don't want to run the risk of getting ackee that is not good. But most people, I think it's just a culture thing. Most people just know that you just don't mess around with ackee if it's not ripe and if it's not ready to eat. So yeah, I think I've had canned ackee once, and it was surprisingly, it was very good. Normally I'm skeptical when it comes on to eating certain things from the can, but the ackee The ackee from the can that I had the last time, it was very good. Hi, Denise. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shanzi, say me I waste the ackee with the knife. I chew your talk, girl. Chew your talk. Alright, let me not waste the ackee because I love it so much. Like, my freezer always have ackee. Always. And you know the funny thing? I have 2 ackee trees in my yard, and for some reason, I don't know what, but I think there's a bird somewhere close by that just love the ackee. When I go outside to pick the ackee, like, there's no ackee. Like, the pot just empty. This bird just always taking my ackee. So guys, sometimes the ackee is kind of soft, and it will come off on your finger when you're cleaning it up. So that's why you see me just using the knife to take it off, because it can get very slippery and slimy. Especially if it's butter ackee. Butter ackee is that soft ackee. Some people love it, some people don't. I really don't mind. Ackee to me is ackee, so I don't mind if it's butter ackee or the firm ackee. What I don't like, you have a ackee that is very watery. I don't like that one. Yeah. I got a ackee in Portland, and it was so watery. I don't know if it's because Portland gets a lot of water, but that ackee, I just, that's the only time I never like ackee. But yeah, when you're cleaning it, sometimes the ackee can get messy. Can get very messy. So ackee is actually a very fatty fruit. It has a lot of oil in it. It's kind of like avocado. It's very, very fatty, but it's filled with good fats. So if you're watching your weight, ackee can actually help you to lose weight, because believe it or not, fats are good when it's good quality fat. So ackee is very good if you're on a weight loss journey. It's good for your heart as well. All right, so I think I have cleaned up. Oh, I have one left right here. Oh, the seeds are very poisonous, by the way, guys. So try not to leave behind any of the seeds. Let me check my chat to see if nobody said anything. Okay. All right, I think... Oh, one more. So these tiny seeds, I like removing them with the knife instead of my finger. So this is what I'm talking about. The ackee, it is very fatty, and sometimes the middle part can be soft. It doesn't mean that it's spoiling, because these are fresh. But yeah. All right, so that's it. One thing I noticed with ackee, if you're from Jamaica, you realize that we don't wash the ackee. You take it directly from the pod and you put it in the hot boiling water. I remember one time I tried washing my ackee, and immediately, as soon as you put it in the water, it just turns to mush. So if you don't want your ackee to mash out and get like mashed ackee, don't wash your ackee. Just take it out the pod and put it straight in the hot water. All right. So I have my ackee here cleaned up. This is 3 dozen ackee. And I normally have it with roast breadfruit, but tonight I'm going to do boiled banana instead. Alright, I'm going to bring up my stove carefully. bring up my stove. The local stove are bad. Bad as in like good. Heat up so fast. So fast. Alright, so the water is almost ready. So I just turn it up so that it can go and heat up even faster. So I'm going to set my ackee aside while I work on my seasonings. So you don't know, once you're cooking ackee, you have to have all of your seasonings ready to go. So over here I have all the essentials to make the ackee very nice. Yeah, go see everything. Alright, so I'm just going to start chopping up my vegetables now. Vegetables you call them here? Seasonings, yeah. One thing I know is that for me, tomato is essential. You must have tomatoes. Absolute must. For me, the tomato just, it gives the ackee gravy a nice color, and the flavor of the tomato is always good. So no matter how expensive tomato gets, I have to put it in my ackee. I can't do ackee without tomato. And then for me, my pepper of choice is the green Scotch bonnet pepper because it's going to pop against the yellow of the ackee. I love yellow peppers. That's my favorite pepper because I think it has a unique flavor, different from the red and the green. So I'm going to use some yellow pepper, but for color and contrast, I'm going to add some of the green Scotch bonnet pepper. And garlic is also a must, guys. Can't do this without garlic, especially for the fish. This is going to complement it. Speaking of the fish, I'm going to just put these in some hot water to soak. No, not hot water. Just put them in like some regular cold water to get off all of this salt. And then I'm going to show you guys what to do. Oh, water is almost ready to go. Oh, wrong side. Guys, would you rather me do videos and not talk and just cook and no talking? Please let me know. This is a question for everybody that's watching. I would love to hear what you think. Would you prefer just me cooking or me talking and telling you guys stuff? Anybody? Oh, Shanzi prefer talking. All right. Because I know sometimes people don't want to hear a lot of talking, so maybe one day I'll just try out just cooking and no talking and see how that works out. For me, when I'm doing saltfish, not saltfish, ackee with red herring, I like to use the juiciest tomato I can find, like the ones that are ripe and soft, because I like getting all of the juice out of the tomato. Take out this middle section. Alright, so my water is ready, so I'm going to put in the ackee and then go back to cutting up. So in goes my ackee. Put it in that way instead of this way so that the water don't splash up and burn you. So I'm just going to take my time and just scoop it in. And I'm not going to add any salt. Not going to add any salt because remember that we're going to use that red herring which is already salted. So I'm not going to put any salt in the ackee. So I have my sweet pepper. So the green sweet peppers are gonna kind of act like the green scotch bonnet pepper to give me some contrast against the yellow. So yeah, you could also use the red sweet pepper as well, but I have the red from the tomatoes, so I'm alright with the green sweet peppers for now. Alright, that's good enough for me. And then, you know, you can't do it without scallion, so scallion is so nice. I don't know why, but I can't replace or substitute. I mean, you can, even though scallion and onion smell and kind of taste the same, but to me, The scallion is so nice, especially the green parts. And everything just comes together and just make everything taste so nice. And of course I have some thyme, my yellow scotch bonnet, this is going to bring a lot of heat. And I like to smell it just so that I can, when you smell it, you can tell if it's going to be like very spicy or not. And this one is very hot. And then of course the green scotch bonnet is gonna go on top. So I'm actually not going to mix this in with everything else because I kind of want to put it on the top so that it can look nice. This knife is so dull. I'm actually cutting it like this because the knife is so dull. So dull. You know, they say that dull knives are more dangerous than sharp knives. Alright, that's it for my green peppers. And last but not least, I have my garlic. Can't do this without garlic, guys. Alright, this is much better. Don't be afraid to use the garlic, guys. Use up the garlic. It's not going to taste garlicky. Not going to taste garlicky at all. Once you cook the garlic and the flavor and the aroma is dispersed in the pot, it just melds with everything else. And you don't taste garlic. Garlic just gives off a lot of good flavor, and that's it. But if you leave the garlic pieces too big, then I guess that's what people don't like, and that's what people don't want. So just chop it up as fine as you can. Mince it. If you have a garlic press, that would be great, or a tiny grater, you could use that as well, or just chop it up. that's my garlic. I'm just going to separate my green hot peppers because I want those to go on the top. And to add some more scallion as well. So that's all my seasonings ready to go. I think I probably need to buy a second stove so that I can go a little bit faster for you guys. Alright, so the ackee soon start boil. And we don't want to overcook the ackee because we want to keep it nice and firm. Oh guys, if you're on the live, please give me a thumbs up, please. Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, please. Leave me a comment. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get updates when I make new uploads, or when I'm live, you'll get the updates. Oh, so in my last video, I did an unboxing of a new 13-piece or 12-piece stainless steel cookware set. So this is the first time cooking in this pot. Yeah, so yeah, new pot, you know. Thank you so much for liking. Yeah, so it's my first time cooking in this pot. One of the things I wanted to know is if what they call this thing? I don't remember what they call the top part. But I wanted to know if it got hot, if I can hold it, or if I need a dishcloth or something. But it feels warm. It's not hot. The handles, not very hot as well. They're warm. I wish they were cooler though. But they're warm because I can hold it like so. So that's not bad. Not bad at all, considering that the ackee is pretty much bubbling up. Yeah. They're so nice and shiny. You know, when you get new things, if you're so excited. I hope I don't get bored with them. So I just removed the redering from some water, and I'm not quite ready for them as yet. I'm just going to let them go and sit. Alright, so if you look carefully, you see that little water in the container? That's from the redering. You don't want to soak it too much, so you extract all of the goodness and all of the flavor. Just wash it off so that it can retain that nice smoky taste that we all love. Smells so good. Always half cover the pot, guys. Like, don't fully cover it because you don't want it to boil over. So just always leave some space for the the steam to escape. Hi, Crazy Crims. Do you prefer silent videos or talking videos? Let me know. Alright, Crazy Crim said talking, so I guess I'll be just talking. Alright, so the ackee is boiling up now, guys. Let's have a nice little bubble going on, which is what we want. Yay. So remember, we're not going to overcook the ackee, right? Because we don't want the ackee to mash out. I mean, I don't really mind if the ackee is soft, but I don't want it to be like a spread. You know, like you can just spread it. No, I want it to have body. I want it to kind of retain some of the shape. So don't overcook the ackee. So it's boiling up now. Because remember, you know, once you boil it, it's kind of like you're half cooking it at this point. You're going to finish it off in the pan. So this is just the first part. So you don't want to overcook it at this part. At this point, I mean, sorry. All right, that looks so nice. So good. Yeah, nice little bubble going on. That's what we want. Just half cover it and leave it. So right now it's just a waiting game. In the meantime, if you had another burner, you could have the banana going and then it would be good to go. So halfway through the ackee cooking, just going to give it a little stir like that. And at this point, I'm going to just put the fish inside. Just put it inside so that, you see that? You see? As soon as it touch the hot water, you see what's happening? Look at it. You can see the skin starting to peel back and the bones are coming out, pushing out. So just leave it in the hot water. Just a few minutes. Not too long. Because you realize because the fish went in, the temperature kind of dropped. So I'm going to give it just a few minutes to come back up to temperature. We don't really want it to boil out because we're not boiling it like we would boil saltfish. We just want the hot water on the skin. I could just get some hot water and pour it on, but because I want the flavor to going at the ackee, I just added it to the ackee water instead. Alright guys, look at it now. Look at it now. You can see even some of the flesh coming off. Nice and easy, which is what we want. But again, we're not going to boil it. We just want it to kind of soak with the hot water so that the skin can get loosened up and the flesh can get nice and juicy. Because sometimes the red herring, it tends to be a little bit hard, a little bit firm. So to make it, you know, easier for chew, you can just add some hot water and then it will be easier to prepare that way. Alright, so I think I'm ready to take it out now. Don't want it to stay too long because again I don't want too much of the nice juices to come out of it. So, and the flavor, I don't want too much of the flavor to boil out. So I'm just going to put it into a container. Take out the second one. Guys, so this is my red herring now. It's very hot at this point, so be careful. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start preparing the red herring because we're almost finished with the ackee. So for me, I love using the head because the head has a lot of flavor in it. So I normally just take off the head and I take out like the main bone. So with the red herring has a lot of bones in it. Some of the bones are very soft. So even if you eat it, it won't cause any harm. But for the tough bones, like these ones that you can feel they're very tough, you want to remove those. The spiky bones, you want to take those out. The tiny ones, they're very soft, so you can leave those in. But save the head, guys. You can't say I never teach you anything. Cook with the head. You don't have to eat it if you don't want, but the flavor, it has a lot of flavor. So what I'm doing, I'm just removing the flesh and deboning the fish pretty much. So I'm deboning and removing the flesh. Alright, this is like the egg, or what they call the roe. Some people don't like it. I love it. Sometimes I just pick them out and eat them. But I'm not going to cook with it today. So these big bones, you want to take out these bones. You want to remove these bones right here. These are the ones that will choke you. So just hold it like that and take them out. So when you put it in the hot water, it makes it easier to remove the bones. You just hold them and pick them out. So I think my ackee is finished, so I'm going to remove it and then come back to the fish. So I'm going to put my stove on low. And then I have a strainer to the side. I'm just going to pour the ackee inside the strainer so that we can get out the liquid. And right away I'm just going to put on the pot. So this is a pot with some hot water, and I'm going to let that boil up. That is going to be for my green bananas. So the ackee, I put it in the strainer and I'm just going to let it stay that way until I'm ready. So I'm just removing some of the bones that came out of the herring. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside and then we're going to continue with the fish. So guys, at this point, you can run some hot water over the, not hot water, you can run some cold water over the ackee so that it stops the cooking process, because right now the ackee, it's still hot, so it's going to continue cooking. So I'm just going to run some cold water over it and then come back to you guys. All right, so back to the herring. So as you can see, it has a lot of bones, guys, and you don't want this bone in your plate. So we're going to just continue cleaning it up, and the water is boiling up in the background for my green banana. So just push that to the side. So I have a little, this is a little container that I'm going to put the flesh, the part that we're going to eat. I'm going to put it in that container. Let's push this over here. So as much as possible, try to remove all the bones. So these tiny little bones, these ones, they're so soft, they won't cause any harm, but still try to remove as much bone as possible. Might seem like a lot, but it don't take long, guys. Nowadays I see them selling the boneless. I think they debone it already for you or something like that. It's a little bit more expensive and it looks different, so I've never tried it before. Kind of look different from the one that has bones. So I just stick to the one that I'm used to. This main piece, you definitely want to remove this main piece because this one has a lot of bones. And just take your time, pick it out. Doesn't take a long time. Once you remove the main bone and all the bones attached to it, then you won't have a lot of bones remaining. So like this piece, not a lot of bone on it. The skin is still attached. You can remove the skin if you want, or you can remove the flesh from the skin. I love all of it, trust me. Like, doesn't really matter to me, skin or no skin, doesn't matter. But see, you can just easily peel the flesh off the skin if you don't want the skin. So this part is just pure flesh now, which is what we want. Alright, so that's one. Second one now. See, all these bones, you want to remove these spiky ones. And of course, you're going to take off the head. Don't throw this away, guys. Like, this is just a lot of flavor. This is like a flavor bomb right here. You don't have to eat it. I do. Yes, I do. I just like just chew it up, and yeah, I don't like swallow the bones or anything, but yeah, it has a lot of flavor in it. A lot of good flavor. Bones again, you want to remove the tough ones. You can just hold them and pull them out, and they come right out, and it's because of that hot water. You can pick it up dry too. You can debone it dry. I've done it a lot of times, but if you want it to be easier, it's best if you use the hot water. So like these bones, you don't want these ones. These ones right here, you want to take out all of these. Like this. This is just flesh now. That's what we want. Normally when I'm cooking this, I eat a lot of the fish before I actually start cooking it. And you can, like, you don't have to cook this fish because it has been smoked and it has been cured, so you can just eat it without cooking it in a pot because it's pretty much cooked. And it's so good, so good. I love it. I mean, some people don't like it, but I love it. As with anything else, you're always going to have, you know, people that don't like something that you love. All right, so I'm pretty much finished. Look at all these bones, guys. Yeah, you don't want that in a plate. All right, so this is what we have left. What I'm going to do now is just kind of make some of them smaller, do a little bit of fine tuning, pick out any other bones that I see. I can just go ahead and pick out more bones. All right, so you can get a better look now. So like some of these big pieces, you can just break them in two. Not too small because you don't want the red ring to get lost. And of course, if you break it and you see like bones that you want to remove, you can just hold them and pull them out. Alright, the water is almost ready for the banana. But we want the water to be very hot before we put the bananas in. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes. And then we can start. Alright, I'm pleased with that. guys, so my rendering is ready to go. Thank you so much for joining the live. Remember to please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, just click that subscribe button so when I upload my videos you will be notified. I'm cooking ackee with rendering, which is my favorite way of having ackee, instead of having ackee and saltfish, which is the national dish of Jamaica. And of course, ackee is considered to be the most poisonous fruit, and I just happen to love eating it. I've never been sick from it. Don't know anybody that has ever been sick. I mean, the entire world makes a big deal out of ackee. And it is dangerous, but if you know what you're doing, you have nothing to worry about. So just in case you don't know, ackee actually came to Jamaica on slave ships from West Africa. And funny enough, the people in West Africa, they don't use ackee as much, and they rarely eat it. So I find it funny that we eat it a lot in Jamaica. I don't know, maybe they didn't have any choice. But then again, why did they bring it? I don't know. But the scientific name of ackee is Blaya sapida, and it was taken to Jamaica by Captain Bligh. So maybe he wanted it, and then they named it after him. So there you go. A little story about ackee. Alright, so of course we'll be having the ackee with boiled green bananas. And these are my bananas, nice and green. Water is almost ready, just about ready. So I'm going to start peeling my bananas to add them to the pot. Alright, so before I start adding my bananas, let me just get a little bit of salt. Just a little bit of salt to add in the water, not a lot. Just a little bit. I'm going to just start peeling my banana. You know what? Let me get some. I'm going to peel them, put the peel on this plate because banana has stain in it and I don't want to stain up the counter, so I'm just going to peel it. Keep it in this plate over here. Thank you for joining the live. I'm cooking ackee with rendering and boiled green banana. So I'm peeling my green bananas now. And this meal, you can have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Like, honestly, it can go at any time. I'm just going to add my banana like that. These bananas are so soft. So soft. So you know these are not gonna take a long time to cook at all. Oh guys, did you know that you could cook the banana in the skin? So I don't like how this one look. Yeah. But yeah, you can cook the banana in the skin, guys. I'm going to show you how to do it. So easy. So if you don't want to go through the trouble of peeling the banana, I'm going to show you how you can cook it in the skin, and then when you're ready to eat it, you won't have to like peel off. You won't have a hard time removing the skin. Sometimes I do it that way. That is like the lazy way. So to cook it in the skin, you just cut the top, cut the bottom, and then run the knife along the little grooves right there. Just run it like so, and then you just put it in the pot. So when it's cooked, it's going to just slide off. Just like that. And it's easy to do. If you don't like it that way, you can always peel it. And to peel it, you just want to get the knife nice and close. So if you look at the cross section of the banana, you'll see where the skin is and where the banana is. You want to get the knife just right under the skin and just go down the side. When you reach the bottom, you kind of peel it around like that, and then you just use the pads of your finger to push the skin away. And then at the bottom, oops, just cut it somewhere. It's easy, and then you just hold it firm so that you don't break it. But sometimes it breaks, and And that's alright. You just keep practicing. And then you clean off whatever skin is left on the banana. Almost finished with the banana. So guys, normally when you're cooking boiled green bananas, sometimes the banana will get a dark color. I'm going to show you guys how to prevent the banana from getting dark and brown. Sometimes depending on the type of banana, you will get a purple color too. It doesn't change the taste or the flavor or anything. It just looks different. So basically I'm going to show you guys how to stop the banana from oxidizing. Alright, so I have 2 bananas left to put in the pot. And then good to go. Hey guys, welcome to Cook Like Sasha. Today I'm cooking ackee and redderin. And ackee is known as one of the most poisonous fruits in the world. Very dangerous if it is not prepared well, and I'm showing you guys how to do it from scratch. So we're having it with boiled green bananas. So I'm just putting in my bananas now. So I'm going to show you guys the discoloration on the banana that I'm talking about and how to prevent that from happening, or how to fix it. I'm going to show you guys how to fix it. Alright, so if you look in the pot, you will see some brown stuff. Let me show you up close. See if I can bring my stove a little bit closer and you guys can see it. Alright, so if you look closely, you'll see some brown stuff forming up on the banana. We don't want the banana to get discolored. Some of them already turning brown. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to show you guys how to prevent that. Alright, so what you want to do to prevent the banana from getting discolored, just add a little bit of white vinegar. Not too much. So add your white vinegar, and then we're going to add a few pieces of the banana skin. And then we're going to add some oil. You just want to add a little bit of oil. The oil is going to prevent the brown stuff from sticking to the banana. Add a little bit more vinegar. And it's not going to taste like vinegar, guys, trust me. Not going to taste like vinegar at all. And already you can see the color changes. You can see that the banana is looking much better. But I mean, if the bananas are brown, it doesn't change the flavor or the taste or anything. It's just aesthetic. So you don't have to do this. You can totally skip this part. Alright, so it's bubbling up nice. Looking good. Thank you for joining. Where the dumplings at? No dumplings today, Shanzi. I'm just doing green bananas. Just green banana. Green banana do it, girl. So them white and nice. Alright, so what I'm going to do, so that we can speed this up, I'm going to bring over my Ackee and everything. I think I'm ready for my Ackee now. So I have my Ackee. I have my redering. Everything is ready now, guys. So the banana is coming on nicely. Just look at that, guys. Look at that boil. and no discoloration. That's what you want from your green bananas. So I'm going to move this over to the stove. And we're going to start working on the ackee. Is there a way to see who is watching? I can see how many people are watching, but I don't know who they are. So I can't say, hey Peter, hey Paul, unless they say something. Oh. Alright, so the pot is heating up. Not quite there as yet. Alright, so it's heating up nicely. This one.
Freaking oil up into this. What up to this?
Thing is not working. Alright, so I think I'm ready for my coconut oil now. Yeah. Alright, so I love using Eve coconut oil. I really love it. It just tastes nice. And I love using coconut oil when I'm doing ackee and saltfish, or ackee and red herring in this case. So I'm adding about, let me see. Yeah, this is about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. And you need the oil, guys. When you're doing the ackee, yeah, you kind of need the oil. So I'm going to let it just heat up. I see somebody else just joined my live. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to my live. I'm cooking ackee and red herring. So this is the red herring, or smoked herring. I just prepared it and took out all the bones. And over here I have my ackee already cooked, and then I have my seasonings, and we're going to just put everything together, and we're having it with boiled green banana. So that's what's going on my live right now. Thank you for joining. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you would join the Cook Like Sasha family and subscribe so that when I upload new videos, you'll be notified. So I have my boiled green bananas going on the other stove, and then I think I'm ready. Yes, I'm getting a nice bubble, so I'm ready. I'm going to add all my seasonings. Let me take off this Scotch bonnet pepper. So I'm adding all my seasonings. So one of the reasons why I love using coconut oil for this recipe is because it does require you to use a lot of oil. So rather using a healthy oil than some other type of oil. So you can use olive oil as well, but I love using coconut oil. You can use any oil that is not too processed, or any oil at all that you have. You can use vegetable oil, it really doesn't matter. But for me, I just love the taste of the coconut oil. So I'm just going to cover that up and let it get going. I think my bananas are done at this point. Ooh. See, this is why I love using the tomatoes, because the tomatoes, all the juices just come out and flavor the oil and give it a nice color as well. So at this point, I love to just crush the tomatoes so that I can get out all the juices. I like to just crush it like this. Alright, so at this point I'm going to add in my red herring. And this is what's going to provide all the salt. So unlike saltfish, you don't need to worry about red herring. It's salty, but it's not that salty. So you just want to mix this all in and then cover it and let everything just cook. Guys, the place smells so nice. So nice. It's 12:31 a.m. and it's officially the 1st of November. Welcome to November, guys. Welcome to November. And there's no better way to ring in the new month than with this delicious meal, guys. It smells so good, and the tomatoes just releasing all the nice juices. So right about now I'm going to add my ackee. Smelling so good, guys. So good. I'm going to add my ackee now. See, they're nice and firm. Nice and firm. And for now, I'm just going to spread them out on top. I see a few of the bones from the herring, so I'm just removing those because we don't want any bones. Just going to pick out any bone that I see sticking out. Alright, so I'm going to turn up the heat and let it do its thing. Alright, so it's going to take a while for the ackee to come up to temperature. I'm going to just cover it and let it go and simmer. Comment and let me know your favorite food. Please comment and let me know your favorite food. My favorite food is ackee with red herring and roast breadfruit. So I'm actually cooking one of my favorite foods right now. Ackee with red herring. So good, guys. So good. I can eat it every day. Literally every day. Let me know what your favorite food is. It's smelling so good in here. So good. Yes, I'm getting a nice sizzle now. I'll just give it a few more minutes. Oh, somebody said curry chicken. Yeah, I love curry chicken too. I love curry chicken too. All right. It's looking so good, guys. Wow. Yes. So I'm just bringing up all of the rendering from the bottom now to the top. But if you want to keep the ackee intact, do not stir it as much. Just take your time and kind of fold it over. Instead of like stirring, don't stir, just fold and fold if you want to keep it intact. All right, so I'm just going to taste it now. So good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of easy spice all-purpose seasoning. This is like one of my favorite seasonings. Don't use a lot though, so I'm just going to put some in my hand and then sprinkle from my hand because I don't want to over season. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit. Sprinkle. All right, so that's basically like 2 teaspoons. And I'm just going to just kind of fold it in. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. And I'm only doing it this way because I don't want the ackee to kind of turn to mush because it's very soft. So I'm just basically adding just 2 layers of seasoning. And that this along with the flavor of the red herring, guys, is so good. So good. I don't know if you can tell, but it's so good right now. Let me see if I can pull up my stove closer so you guys can get a closer look. All right, there we are. Yes, looking good. All right, so I'm just going to leave the seasoning like that. And this is optional, but I'm going to add just a little bit of water, like maybe a teaspoon of water. And then I'm just going to cover it, and all the steam and everything is going to melt up and cook that seasoning. Thank you for joining my live. I'm cooking ackee with red. It's so good, so delicious. And if you have ackee available where you are, I highly suggest that you try it. It pairs well with dried fish, salted fish. You can cook it with fried chicken. There are so many ways to make it. Or if you don't like meat or you can't have meat, it is like the perfect thing for vegans and vegetarians. You can just have it alone. You can have it raw. You can just boil it and eat it. You can use it as a spread. There's so many ways to use ackee. This is just one of the ways. This is my favorite way of eating ackee. Ackee and red is bomb. Number one. Oh yes, it's looking so good. And I'm almost done. Oh, one thing I would like to add, I want to add some more Scotch bonnet. So this yellow pepper over here, I'm just going to put it in the pot. Just rest it right on top so that that spice and that heat can just infuse. Yeah, just like that. Wow, this is so good, guys. So good. So I'm just going to stir in that Scotch bonnet pepper so I can get some of the heat and the spice from it. But guys, I am pretty much done with the red herring and the ackee. Wow. All right, I'm going to remove the thyme. And just in case you joined late, I am cooking red herring with ackee, which is one of my favorite foods, favorite foods. And if you're wondering what this is the head of the herring fish. So good, guys, so good. All right, let me have a taste. It tastes so good. This is so good, and all of the gravy is at the bottom. Let me just show you guys. All of that nice tomato oil. It's at the bottom and it's just bubbling up nicely. Let me just put this on low. Guys, this is so good, so delicious. Red herring in every bite. I'm going to top it off with a little bit more of that easy spice, all purpose, just to up the flavor a little bit. And this is it, guys. Well, almost. This is almost it. Just going to give it one more stir. And then to finish it off, to make it like absolutely perfect, you always want to top it off with a little bit of black pepper. So just sprinkle a little bit of black pepper on top, just a little bit, guys, so you can just have that pepper seasoning. Do you see it? You see how good that looks? Oh my god, yes. And then for a nice pop of color, I'm just going to add some green Scotch bonnet pepper on top, guys. Trust me. Oh my god. Yes. So nice. The flavors, the aroma, the spice, everything. The redering and that nice buttery creamy ackee. So good. So good. So good, guys. Alright, so pretty much it's time to plate up my ackee. I'm so proud of my ackee. I thought about my proud like at first me I do it. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited because this is so delicious. This is so good with pressed green plantain, or what they call tostones or tostones. So good with fried dumpling. If you want, you can put it in a wrap. You can eat it with yam, you can eat it with rice, and I'm gonna have it with boiled green bananas. My bananas are ready, so I'm just going to make a little plate and show you guys what the finished product looks like. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of move it to the side a little bit. Right, just a little bit to the side. Yes. All right. I have my green bananas, which are nice and done. They're so tender. Alright, so I'm going to make a plate now. Alright, guys, so this is what I was talking about. Just look how nice and clean my bananas are. So nice and clean. So just drain them off, put them on the plate like that. Oh, let me show you one of the bananas with the skin. Let me show you one with the skin. So this is it with the skin right here. You just put it on the plate, or you can do it in the pot, and then you just hold the skin and you peel it. It's so easy. Just hold the skin and you can peel it off. So easy. So if you don't like peeling green bananas, you can always try cooking it in the skin, and then you just peel when you're ready to serve. So nice and easy. And then if you have any residue left, you can just use a fork and just remove it, just like that. And that's your green banana in the skin. All right. Okay. All right, so now it's time for the star of the show, my Ackee. Guys, my Ackee looks so good. So nice. So I'm just going to take out some, put it on the plate. Oh yeah. So nice, so beautiful. Wow. And just pop that green on top. This is my Ackee with a red herring and boiled green banana. So good, so delicious. The place smells so nice. And to top it off, I'm going to just put a little bit of that nice tomato oil on top of the banana, because you don't know, say that's how we do it. Put some more of that, some of the tomato oil. You just put it on top. It has so much flavor. So much flavor. Oh yeah. So guys, this is it. This is it done. So delicious. So good. And I don't know if you can tell, but I love this stuff. This is my favorite food. Normally I'll have it with roast breadfruit, but I'm doing it with green bananas. I love green bananas as well, but guys, this is so delicious, so good. And I'm just showing you guys how you can use Ackee to make a delicious recipe, even though it's considered the world's most poisonous fruit. But trust me guys, if you prepare it well, and if you pick it when it's ripe, if you get it from the tree when it's ripe, when the pods are open, then you have nothing to worry about. This is my Ackee with red herring and boiled green bananas. And guys, I'm going to just dig in right now because it's so good. And then my bananas are just so nice and soft. Look at that. Wow. Just crush it. And it's so nice. Yes. Yes, all day, every day. It's 2 minutes to 1. It's 12:58 a.m. and I'm having red herring with Ackee and boiled green banana. Yep. Tastes so good. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining my live. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.